Right, we do have another match coming up. It's a double. It was threatening to be a triple, but one of the matches got postponed.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, even if it is a triple, we don't typically do those. We just take like 2 of the matches and then maybe stream the other one at the Fun Shack, I believe is the.
I don't think we do that anymore. We probably wouldn't split up the. So here's the match that isn't coming up. I picked the wrong ID there. This one, Trisscorp versus MetaForever. That's one of the 2 matches.
So Trisscorp, very strong player, 74% it looks like across all mystery tournaments. Was a winner of Mystery Tournament 17 and first joined an MT8. As you can see from their star count, they are a very, very decorated player. So definitely formidable. And MetaForever is this is their first time. So I have no idea what they're like.
I think MetaForever did pretty well. This is already a Wizards 3. Okay.
Oh wow.
Let's have a look at their
and
games.
Yeah, definitely proved himself already. So we have Trisscorp took a bye because of their past performance and won against Ferret Turret in. I cannot read that.
Telelocation Gemini.
Thank you.
On the N64, so I guess it's a homebrew, probably.
Oh yeah, that was the homebrew game. The little there's a little alien guy and a big robot, and they're all platforming puzzles where you have to get the little guy and the robot to the end of each stage. Pretty cute. And then MetaForever won against Polidian in Kazai no Klonoa. Yeah.
The Wonder Swan Klonoa where you have to rotate the screen, which is fun for capturing and restreaming.
Fun for everybody, really. And won against Nighty in Wizards 2 in... I'm just gonna look...
In Banana
Banana.
Which, it's a funny name, but also a big upset. Winning against Nighty is very impressive. Nighty, one of our top tier players for sure. And
so
funnily enough, MetaForever after the Nighty match gets matched up against Trisscorp, a former MT winner. Definitely gets the extra difficult MT gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, especially for a brand new player, these are some challenging matchups, and but hey, that like from their performance fighting Nighty, maybe they have it. Maybe they got the chops.
That's a pretty high tier match there, and the other match, let's see, is Nico versus CodZero.
All right, so Nico has a pretty average win rate of 50%. Joined MT17, so 2 MTs ago, and finish 49. So, yeah, definitely not a bad showing. Not at all. Claims that they are cursed in Winners 2. And you said this is...
I'm not sure what round this the schedule says Lizards 1. I mean 1 as in winning. But I guess it's a pun and it's Lizards 1. I got it now that I read it out.
And CodZero confusingly is participating for the first time and has an MT16 avatar?
I feel like I've seen this. Is this like some kind of default avatar? I think I might have seen it on another player as well.
I think it has to be, right? I don't I don't think that they would have specifically searched for.
Yeah, they're particularly a fan of MT16. That was the best one.
It's all been downhill from there. And their text says that they are almost a Snorlax. I'm not sure what that means.
Maybe it means they have a lot of patience.
Or that they're a very mature Munchlax.
Right, they would have played at least one match. Let's see what's on their race history.
So Nico lost to Kosuchika? I've totally butchered that. Yes,
in Nezumi Teku Teku, browser puzzle game, I think, where you direct the mouse around.
Mm-hmm. And CodZero lost to Je me pense bon in Dharma Dojo.
It's an arcade puzzle game that went to time. That was a long match.
Mm-hmm. And that was specifically not the arcade mode, but the puzzle mode. Because I believe there's an arcade mode as well, right?
Yeah. I think we usually can't really fit in that type of arcade drop puzzler.
Yeah.
Races are still setting up. With 4 players, it might take a bit sometimes to find a game that everyone's playing to.
Yeah, that is one of the big problems with these sorts of dual matches. Like, we have wide ranges of experience, even in a standard 2-person match. So when you added another 2-person, it expands the width, the breadth of experience just expands out exponentially. Also, yes, Triss as a very experienced player has played a lot of games, as Shrambles is pointing out. So finding stuff he's blind to is that's a challenge in and of itself.
Looks like we've got a game already, and it's one that we've seen recently. Not gonna reveal it before it's set up, but yeah.
I mean, we can hang out for a bit. We can chill and listen to this almost final boss music from Bloodborne. At least I'm pretty sure this is the Gurman fight. You use the IRC from the client, right? Not the Speedruns live site.
Yeah, I've got text chat open.
Okay. I was really relying on the Mibit client for a while now, and now that it's changed, I don't know what happened.
setting up. In the meantime, I can tell our viewers that we've got 3 more matches coming up basically after this, so a double, and then 2 more after that.
Oh, wow.
Another double, yeah. So it is.
I guess it's not surprising.
Day.
It is deadline day. So everyone who's been slacking or just busy at work finally got a breather to go, oh God. The fact that this Cuphead song is attributed to the Insane Cup posse.
I don't know who that is. I guess it's the people covering it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a play on Insane Clown Posse.
Oh,
but just...
yeah. Good yodeling, definitely what Cuphead was missing.
Also, something you typically find on Insane Clown Posse albums. Also, yes, just to make sure, that bit earlier about slackers, that was not a slam on people. Don't worry if you've had to delay your match for whatever reason. Like we said earlier, we had a match delayed because one of the players had a migraine. That's totally fine. Don't push yourself to try to force yourself through a match when you don't feel it or you're not up to it.
Yeah, we can definitely give some leeway for matches, a few days at least. We just want the matches to happen sooner or later. We've gotta get the tourney done in a reasonable time frame.
Bright Shadow is saying that they got 3 world records last night while they were icing their finger. I take back everything I just said.
Chrono Trigger always makes for the smoothest jazz covers. Remember a whole album of Chrono Trigger jazz?
Yeah, I think I listened to that too. It was like is this from this pulling from OCR? Yeah. I don't know. I find it can be hit or miss. It's fan made music. You get all kinds. But yeah, that album was remarkably well put together. I forget what the name of it was. Hold on. Apparently, there was an official Chrono Trigger jazz album called The Brink of Time.
Not familiar with that one.
Yeah, 1995. Wild.
Hello, all of Thief. We're currently setting up a match. We're setting up a double, 4 players, so it usually takes a bit.
Yeah, sorry for the silence on my end. I'm trying to figure out IRC again. So how's the start of the year been treating you so far?
I guess I can't complain. I've been mostly spending a lot of time doing mystery tournament work, moderating mostly.
Yeah, no, it is a job all its own. I was spending a lot of the first few weeks doing testing.
Yeah, I still have a few games I've been meaning to submit. I've even had I've had a set of Steam keys lying around from last year still. I should get that submission in.
This is a good time to remind everybody, it is never too late to submit. If you have a game that you think would be perfect for Mystery Tournament, no matter what time it is, just send it through. We'll take it, we'll look at it. We will determine if we can use it. And if it ends up being too late to use in this tournament, there's always MT20. Speaking of MT, did you know that if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can sub to Mystery Tournament right now? You out there watching this, watching this ghost spin over the ocean, can sub to Mystery Tournament, the channel that runs all of these races.
You can have your own free mystery ghost. It doesn't spin. There's no ocean.
But you get a ghost. We will send a ghost to your house.
You're not gonna see it because it's a ghost, but yeah, you can be assured it's there. It's always watching you.
That's the Mystery Tournament guarantee. Is that golf ball new?
I don't think any objects are new, but I couldn't say. Do we have any new, like, meme objects? A lot of these things going through the background are referring to popular mystery games.
Yeah.
Chat, do you think we've got anything new? I guess we could have like a lizard and a wizard.
Someone sub-adventure, so we can put the duck dragon in the background. What would be a good wizard anyway? Because I usually think about like the sort of You know, the classic wizard, the one from like The Immortal, with the steepled hat and the moth-eaten robe.
So one that would come to my mind is Merlin from the Game Boy Color game. We've had that before, and he's a funny little sprite wizard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, someone I follow has a Merlin emote, I believe, even.
I've been meaning to play that game myself. I've only seen the races.
Right, like we are finally set up. It took a while here. Although maybe the crop is a little bit off. It's always a problem with these black background NES games.
I mean, part of it is just everybody's setup is... It's very different. Sometimes you just get something that, you know,
Good.
Doesn't work so great.
Let's have a look at this. When I reload that one stream, we've got Mendel Palace. Oh, forgot my timer. The goal is to defeat all the enemies, and you do that by flipping the panels to push them around. And by flipping the panels, you reveal what's under them, and yeah, those are basically items, pickups. So the stars, I think, are basically just coins, score, basically. But there's a lot of useful tiles, like these kind of shockwave tiles, can just push the enemies. Yeah, and the sun there is the same, but in all directions, not just 4, but... not really sure how exactly it's working, but yeah, it pushes all rows. We score quickly dealing with all the enemies there with that sun tile. Oh, oopsie, I'm just noticing that you might not be on this scene here. I'm rarely using the... Let me get that fixed. There we go. Now you're audible, sorry.
Yeah, wait, have I not been audible on stream this whole time?
Only while we've been on this 4-player layout.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, it happens.
It's
I've
okay.
Not been using this.
Yeah, you've been dealing with a lot.
Yeah, so our goal here is to beat the 4 corner castles. So on the world map, on the overview, you can, I think you can freely select the stage. So to tie it down, we're only doing the 4 corner worlds.
Right. Otherwise, this would be a pretty involved race.
We did have this game for a weekly blind not too long ago, and I think we did at least all the outside castles. I'm not sure how long that took. Maybe slightly too long for an MT goal. Some of the stages also can get kinda annoying, I wanna say. You can get easily stuck on them. This game can be very rude sometimes.
Yeah, it seems like one of those games that, you know, you have a very deceptively simple mechanic to deal with, and they just keep piling on and on and on, asking you to deal with more.
I'm not sure if the paste bin gave an order. No, doesn't seem like it does. I'm not sure if we can really accurately tell how far the players are. Okay, here we can. So MetaForever on the world map did clear one corner castle already, the top left one.
Trisscorp took a reset? They went back to the title screen for some reason.
I'm not sure if that's what happens if you run out of lives. Let's see.
They did keep their progress in the castle though. Because they're already on this kidnapping scene.
Playspin says infinite continuous, press start after game over. You will have to walk back to the castle you were on. Yeah, so I guess it does kick you out to the title screen, but it also keeps progress.
That's shockingly lenient for this era. But also, if it wasn't shockingly lenient, it probably wouldn't be here. So,
yeah, hard game over is definitely a big no-no for mystery tournament submissions. Yeah, MetaForever in the second castle. I'm not sure if the stage that Nico and Trisscorp are on is still the first castle. I suppose it is. I didn't notice the boss fight.
I think what happened is MetaForever went down, and Trisscorp and Nico went right.
Ah, okay. Thankfully, I'm not the one moderating this, because it's 4 players is always hard to track, and then if the stages can be out of order, that makes it even more difficult. Noticing CodZero has a very shaky capture. So CodZero is playing on Linux, the rare participant who plays on Linux. So this is a different emulator.
Yes, this is Wine, right?
I think they might be playing in a RetroArch core. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, for the folks at home who don't know, we usually default to BizHawk as our emulator of choice.
I think BizHawk actually works on Linux. They've got this particularly involved setup for the native emulator cores that makes them run both on Windows and Linux.
Wow. I never knew.
MetaForever dealing with a pretty nasty stage here, so we've got tiles that actually block, that are actually blocking you, are in the way.
Xeno in chat saying COD chose a non-corner, so we'll see if they correct that pretty sharpish.
Yeah, not seeing anything in race chat right now, but of course it's hard to keep track of 4 players like this.
Yeah. Went back to the first castle.
Funnily enough, I think we get that quite often. 2 players from different matches are keeping up quite well here.
Mm-hmm.
So Trisscorp and Nico, both in this grey area with the kind of screwed down tiles. I think those just can't be flipped anymore. So you don't want to run out of tiles.
Yeah, I think Meta is still ahead of Trisscorp, because the castle they're in said round 8. And I think Trisscorp's castle said round 6 the last time they changed.
Let's see, so Nico is in the top right. I didn't catch the round number. Trisscorp.
Oh no, Trisscorp's round 9. So he's in the lead. But Meta is very close behind him.
Yeah, apparently, at least from what chat is saying. MetaForever is on a different castle, which makes sense because it looks very different.
Yeah, no, I think I pointed out before, he went down from the first castle.
Oh yeah.
So MetaForever is in the bottom left, and Trisscorp and Nico are in the top right. And COD is replaying Castle 1 when he beat Castle 1. So
Trisscorp in a boss fight now. And immediately gets touched by these enemies. MetaForever also in their boss fight.
Yeah, no, they're coming in very, very quickly behind Trisscorp. Trisscorp taking a death. Game over. And MetaForever taking a death.
I think in the regular stages, if you die, you even keep stage progress. So if you have defeated enemies, they stay dead. At least sometimes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's true for the regular stages. I think we've seen that. It does not seem true for the bosses.
Yeah. Always starts with this sequence where the villain creates these enemies. And yeah, for Trisscorp's boss fight, these enemies spawn new enemies. They draw on the ground, and if they finish their drawing, then an enemy will spawn from it. Maybe MetaForever had the easier boss fight there because these enemies that spawn more enemies definitely kind of a rude trap.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they cottoned on to the best way to beat that boss being to like clump them all up and then push them into the wall at the same time.
Trisscorp only has 2 enemies left. Oh, there are new ones spawning.
Yep.
They keep coming in.
It does seem like they can only spawn guys once.
Yeah, I think they kind of locked the tile down.
Okay, yeah, that's what's happening.
Okay, Trisscorp has the last group. And that's another castle finished.
Mm-hmm. MetaForever, on the other hand, at round 4 of his 3rd castle. So that is a sizable lead, but given how quick some of these go, not insurmountable.
No MetaForever and Trisscorp are on the same castle, even if they went different paths initially, they each went back up in the bottom right castle. Nico in the meantime also on this drawing boss, this doodle boss. Raj is wondering whether the screen jitters sometimes. I think that's an emulator issue. I think one of the Beeshawk cores has that problem as well. Ah, okay, I can hear now what the gimmick is for MetaForever stage. These enemies only move when you move, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, the music also only plays when you're moving.
I was wondering if that was also an emulator thing, but no, that makes a lot more sense.
MetaForever moving carefully, got rid of most of the enemies already. Seems that okay. It seems like the enemies are clones as well. They mimic your movement and your pushes.
But they can be stunned. round 7 for Meta, round 5 for Trisscorp. Trisscorp has caught up a lot, which is not terribly surprising for Trisscorp, but...
MetaForever has a lot of these spawning tiles here. I think these portal-looking tiles, they also spawn more enemies. So you want to cover them up quickly. Nico almost finishing the boss fight, but I think the last enemy got them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, CodZero is in round 9, so they're gonna get to round 10. And then hopefully see a different castle.
Nico's stage is mostly locked up already. I think it does keep the enemies from spawning more enemies, but I think it also keeps you from flipping tiles, so you can't really push the enemies into walls anymore. When the tiles turn purple. CodZero, I think, did go to a different new castle now. We've got these jumping enemies, but this one
he went
also...
to the center top.
Yeah, I figured this one's also not a corner castle because we haven't seen it on the other players.
Yeah. It could be another issue that new players and even experienced players run into frequently, which is read the pace bin. This looks pretty good on Meta's screen here.
There's a lot of enemies, but they're pretty clumped up. Oh, they just defeated themselves, I think. At least all but one.
God, yeah, some of these are mean.
MetaForever on round 9, Trisscorp on round 7 of the same castle. The last castle they're gonna do is gonna be a different one, but they're fairly tight.
MetaForever using his opponent's ability to push him out of danger.
Yes, since these enemies are mimicking you, I guess if you're really smart about it, you can kind of control them. You can use them to push enemies or push yourself.
Oh. Meta cleared the field a lot there. I think this is the best position he's been in so far. Yeah, definitely.
A little bit scary when the enemies get so close. MetaForever keeps makes progress to the next boss fight. So he's a few stages ahead of Trisscorp, although I mean I guess the castles aren't really the same length necessarily, so maybe Trisscorp's Castle 4 will be easier than MetaForever's Castle 4.
Well, there is also the fact that they're in the same castle right now. But yeah.
I'm not sure what this boss fight is about, so the boss curses you in some way and maybe it inverts your controls or something?
I would expect that's what's happening. Trisscorp's at round 9 right now. So, neck and neck.
Yeah, chat has called out this kind of the enemy moves when you move mechanic as a kind of super hot style. Turns it into almost a turn-based game, I think. Nico and these enemies trying to outpush each other. Looks like the enemies won.
Oh. MetaForever gets that boss down.
That's 3 castles for MetaForever. Meanwhile, Trisscorp struggling with this last enemy here. If Trisscorp could get to the middle tile, I think that would... Oh, okay, gets
there
the
we
enemy.
go. And yeah, if Trisscorp manages to do this in one go, then this could be big. It didn't happen.
Yeah, so far MetaForever's castle doesn't look very difficult. The enemies just seem to chase you, basically.
Wander around, yeah. Yeah, no, Meta is just speeding through this.
Trisscorp leading the boss around, might be trying to get them to the wall. Alright, MetaForever's castle is the drawing castle. Yeah, that's a kinda annoying one.
I was wondering what that guy was doing until the little drawing got up. But yeah, so you have guys that spawn enemies and then hidden portals that spawn enemies. Trisscorp is done with their third boss, so they will move on to bottom left.
In the meantime, I think MetaForever's already pretty far in their castle. Yeah, already in round 7.
Yeah, round 7. That's...
It does seem to be a big lead. They're not on the same stages, but it's pretty far ahead, probably.
If MetaForever does get stuck on one of these stages, though, that could be enough time for Trisscorp to come back and just tie this up, though. Especially in these entry-level stages, like none of those have really proved any sort of impediment to either of these racers.
Yeah, MetaForever making progress round 8 now.
Yeah, got by the bolted floor.
Trisscorp on round 4. Trisscorp in a nice position there, manages to push a lot of enemies into the wall just by waiting.
And now just has to work their way, his way, over very, very carefully.
Again, just kinda has to wait for most of them. Oh, slides into the enemy and that also works apparently.
Round 5 versus round 9. Okay.
Trisscorp getting a nice screen clearing tile. Oh, it spawns more.
I don't think MetaForever understands that the bolted floors aren't flippable.
I mean, the they're gonna learn quickly enough, I think. Yeah, looks like they've got it figured out now.
Yeah. Oh no, that flipped all the portals.
MetaForever stage, definitely a difficult one, since it only gives you half the tiles. Trisscorp going on to round 7. It definitely seemed like the sketching, the drawing enemies are more annoying, more difficult to deal with than the spinning enemies that just bounce off the wall. And I guess the boss fight's probably also gonna be quite a bit different in difficulty.
I think Meta might have it here, though. No!
Yeah, that's always
Yeah.
pretty mean. You can't really tell where the portal's gonna appear. You might just uncover more enemies, even though you would be done technically. Trisscorp clearing another round. It's on 8 now? 9 now.
Trisscorp's on 9, and Meta is going on to 10. We have a race.
Yeah, this might be coming up very close, but this boss fight definitely was a challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas I think the boss fight that Trisscorp is coming up to might be pretty much free. Trisscorp on the boss as well now.
Are they similar bosses?
I think Trisscorp's boss is a lot easier.
Oh, because these guys won't spawn other people.
Yeah, they
just...
can't spawn more. All the tiles are flippable. Their movement is pretty predictable. MetaForever so far being very careful here, but these enemies have already produced a lot of additional enemies.
Well, at least since it's a boss, they don't stay, but... Trisscorp taking an unlucky tag, and MetaForever also getting tagged.
The Trisscorp having issues keeping these enemies in check, keeping them together. Looks like you can't really repeatedly push them, they recover very quickly. They're not stunned for long. MetaForever was down to 3, but yeah, they spawn these new enemies 6. So quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, you really had to be very aggressive.
Trisscorp down to half. Oh, getting tagged again.
MetaForever? Nope.
Trisscorp is going to pick them off one by one now. 2 left.
Weaving very well.
Left.
Yeah. Is this it?
And
that's it?
Should be it, yeah. Let's watch for the dot down. There's a dot down from Trisscorp. The time of 28:40. Apparently my time was started a bit late. Yeah, even though it might have looked like they were pretty much tied, MetaForever definitely had the harder boss here at the end.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, who's the U4? That is that is also a very strong time from Trisscorp, just in general. Like, looking at the times for we have four doll houses and 4 corner castles here. If it were just doing 4 corner castles, then Trisscorp has the best time on the leaderboard right now.
Nice. Well, not too surprising.
Yeah, definitely. Although if it was beat 4 houses, any 4, then GFM is actually like coming in at a time of 25:45. So yeah.
Nico activating a bonus thing here. I don't exactly remember how this works, if this is a separate stage, but I think it's just like a pickup that turns the stage into this.
Into just all point tiles that you can keep flipping, or...
Yeah, changes all the tiles into stars. I'm not sure. I guess there aren't any items under that then. And you kind of get rid of all the traps and portals, probably.
Yeah, there's that. No, that's nice.
I'm not sure how far along Nico is. But yeah, since CodZero apparently mostly chose the wrong castles.
He is back in Castle 1, I believe.
And MetaForever also finishing their
there
castle
we go.
now. There's auto done for MetaForever with a time of 31:37.
Also a very strong time. Like that time would, if we look at... Yeah, that is 10 seconds off of second for the speed 4 corner castles time.
Right, so that finishes our top race. Let's focus on the lower one. Hope this scene... Okay, this scene does have Discord. Just checking. So Nico on the castle with the spinning enemies, that's the same that Trisscorp ended on, so I'm guessing that's probably their 4th one.
Definitely could be. Like we mentioned, yeah, like we mentioned earlier, keeping track of 4 simultaneous players at one time is a lot to take in, and
Especially if they can choose their path, if it's not entirely linear.
Yeah. Flamin in chat? Slemenin? I'm going with Slayman. Is saying that this is Nico's fourth. So also a fairly strong showing from Nico. Like even outside of the match that's going on between him and CodZero, like.
Nico is already on stage 9, so I mean round 9, so shouldn't take too much longer here.
Oh, apparently people vanish from the castles as you beat them.
Yeah, you can see on the overworld which ones you've done.
Right, okay.
Nico's on the boss fight now.
So what is supposed to be the lore here? Like, is this one wizard going around making these evil puppets, or?
Probably. That seems like an NES-like story. Yeah, I don't know any better. I don't think the paste bin has lore. We don't really get a lot of lore paste bins anymore.
It's a lost art, certainly.
Okay, so the plot is the player character must save his girlfriend who was kidnapped by a young girl. In the American version, the names are different. And the girl is trapped in her own dream. And in the Japanese version, the girlfriend is kidnapped by the main character's younger sister because she's jealous of the attention that the girlfriend gets. Doesn't explain what's happening with the castles and the puppets and so on. That's Wikipedia at least.
Nico definitely having some trouble getting dead angled by these ballerinas, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I'd call them.
Yeah. Good weaving, good dodging. I shouldn't have said anything.
They're moving pretty fast, it's not easy to dodge them. In the meantime, we've already got another 2 GIF games. I'm not sure. Is this a double or is it just 2 players of the same match? Let's see. No, it's a double. Yeah. Another double coming up right after this match. Nico has half of the enemies down. Barely missed them there. Oh. Nico taking out 3 at once. Just 1 enemy left.
Just has to focus, and there we go.
Should be the finish for the lower match as well.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are done. With a time of 39:19. I'm afraid we're not gonna see a finish from CodZero.
No, I wouldn't expect it either. It would be different if they were further along, but yeah. If anyone in the waiting room? Can I pull it? Okay.
We have MetaForever and Nico joining us. I'm not sure if Trisscorp is gonna come as well.
Hello, MetaForever and Nico. Good games.
Hello. Thank you. This game isn't that bad, to be honest. It's just hard. Well, it's classic NES, but the game is hard.
It is definitely classic NES, yes. And hello, Trisscorp.
Hello. Oh.
Okay. I resent it.
I'm surprised that Trisscorp and Mendel, you finished like 10 minutes before us.
There were definitely some levels where it felt like there were some really quick solves, and then other levels where and you just spawn the same amount of enemies that you just killed.
Yeah,
and I feel like avoiding those really saves time.
The one level in, I think, the top right or something, where you start and there's 6 portals immediately open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one tripped up everybody.
I don't remember which level is it, but there's one that spawns a sun in the middle, but it keeps spawning a sun, and I just like kept on flipping that battle, hoping that it would just solve the level somehow. It ended up working, so.
Yeah, you can get some very lucky tiles, I think, that help you with deal stage with the stage quickly.
Definitely.
I mean, I feel 100% that the tiles are 100% deterministic, but like, it's just that some places are just a bit too OP compared to others.
I wonder if any of you cleared the stage and then a portal sold out, and it's just like, oh, I guess that's an enemy left.
Oh, that happened to me like 4th level, something like that. Like, I think the first level that has a portal in it, I'm like, I hit the song like, level's finished. I'm like, it plays the music. I'm like, wait, why is it not ending?
I think that happened to literally everybody as well.
I hit a celebratory sun after a level and it flipped 3 portals.
Yes, we also saw that. That was rough. But yeah, like, generally, all 3 of you had pretty strong times. But, like, even though you were saying, Nico, that you finished later, you still did very well.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot count the amount of times I have died.
Oh yeah, no, that like
I probably game over like 30 times or something. I don't know.
I mean that is a very NES difficulty thing as well.
Yeah.
You're gonna die a lot. You're gonna die quick.
There's a lot of
I'm-
learning through dying.
Oh yeah,
I'm too young for NES. That's why.
At least you don't lose a lot of progress here when you game over. It's fairly nice for an NES game.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. I was worried when I game over on like stage 9 of the first castle. I was like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm. I was getting worried.
Yeah, but game is nice.
I mostly got surprised by the second bosses I did, because first boss you literally do nothing, it just it goes ahead, and second one I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be something like that all stage 10. It'll be nothing, and then it doesn't end. I'm like, what?
Oh, what was your second boss? Did you go top right? For your
I went
second
top
castle?
left, top right, bottom right, bottom
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, no, that is definitely top right seems to have been the strongest boss in the goal because those 6
like,
guys.
Finishing my bottom left, when I saw all they worked on the bottom left, I'm like, thank Lord I'm finished there. I probably would have not went like anywhere if I would have started ended up with the right side.
Looks like CodZero's gonna join us.
Okay.
I ended up finishing with the top right, which was kind of nice having it be like the final boss. But
yeah, but that must have been brutal.
It felt like having the experience only helped a little bit of like having played through the rest of the levels.
Mm.
Yeah.
And yeah, you and Trisscorp were very, very close the whole way through.
Oh boy.
Did we end up taking the same route?
No,
I went counterclockwise. No, wait, clockwise.
Yeah, Trisscorp went clockwise, Meta went counterclockwise.
So Trisscorp kind of dealt with the more difficult boss first. The one with the sketching, the drawing enemies that keep spawning more enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it also is.
You kind of have to figure out the start of a level, the bosses, for sure.
Right.
And then
but it is also.
And then the bottom right boss, I just like, okay, this boss sends a projectile, it jumps, and then goes to like the left side. Maybe I can just kill it immediately, and it just works.
I thought I was still in a cutscene my first time on that boss.
Oh yeah, me too. It took me a while to figure out what is going on. You transform you to like a enemy, and then at first I tried pushing the button to flip a tile and it didn't work, so I thought I had to avoid the projectile, and I was like, how do I do this? He's just sending all this projectile to turn me into this person, and then I discovered you can just flip the tile.
We have been joined by CodZero in the meantime. Hello.
Hello everyone. Hi.
How was your time with the game?
First, I was trying to finish it as soon as possible, but I didn't understand right at the beginning what the stars at the floor did. So I was just flipping the tiles and trying to figure it out what is happening, but with sometimes with a little time the game passed from like trying to kill the enemies to a survival, because when the levels that got too many enemies, the game's frozen a lot, so it was was like, you can say it.
You had a lot of freezing. Your emulator froze a lot.
Yeah, we had a lot of slowdown. I think that is like the simulation of the NES itself. Like too many enemies on the screen, the system doesn't work very properly. But
yeah, I think I had a stage with like 10 or 15 enemies, something like that, and the game was lagging so much. Like literally when the music would like work for half a second, stop for half a second, work for half a second, stop for half a second. I'm like,
No, that one is specifically that palace is enemies only move when you move, and to accompany that, the music only goes when you go.
Why? But why? I didn't understand. I thought the game was just lagging.
No, they're being silly.
But it was cool, like changing the perspective of the game. Like when I saw a lot of enemies falling at the beginning of the level, I knew that I had to try to get rid of many of them as soon as possible, because I knew the game was going to lag if I let it. So you had like the counting what is the beginning of the level to thinking what you have to do. Like sometimes I was just with 1 life or 0 lives lefting, and I had to like, okay, now I have to flipping more tiles to get more stars to count, to stack a little bit and get 1 extra life. But in other times I was just finished as soon as possible, so have like to have a quick thinking process what you need to do.
If I may ask a question, CodZero, did you read the pace spin?
Yeah, I read, but not. It's like some things you just understand when you start playing. Like for example, the bonus stage tile, I was just avoiding it because I knew that I would play an extra level, but I didn't know what had in the bonus stage, for example. Like once I had no life, so okay, well, I will try and see if I can stack more stars, and hopefully it was like, but yeah, I think that mostly was this that I didn't knew how I needed to play it. Like the stars, for example, I just figured it out when I got 1 extra life when I stack 100. So I was just hoping that if I get enough stars, I would get an extra life, because every time finished like dying and starting from the beginning was the pain.
So that is the reason I ask. The game keeps your progress.
Yeah, it keeps the progress like during the stage, and I think that you can like skip the castles. But I didn't know if I could do it. So the best way to avoid problems is like, okay, so I had to start from the beginning, because it's like the way that most NS games would be, like old Battletoads. If you die, you start from the beginning. So I was thinking about this.
Okay.
But, we have the other match already waiting for us, so I think I'll have to compliment you out. Congrats again on the wins.
Thank you.
Yeah, good games, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you for the match.